Hi there, I'm just going to do a very quick, simple nail wrap and show you how to apply them. I've chosen my two that I really like today. This is the problem with Jamberry. You'll find this. Every time you get a new wrap, you'll be lucky if it lasts a week on your fingers, because you'll look at the next one and you'll decide that's what you want. And so far, I think I've managed about 10, 11 days maximum, and I've got bored and I've changed my designs. But anyway, I'm out partying tonight, so I need to have new nails. So I thought I'll put some nice fresh ones on. I want something bright. So this one is plain and simple, and it's called Grapefruit, and it matches the ombre. It's Calm and Ombre, it's called. And so as you can see, like the ombre part, it's quite close to the grapefruit, so they'll complement each other quite nicely. So this is basically one sheet of wraps, and out of this you will get at least 2 manicures and 2 pedicures. So the large ones you'd use on your bigger toes, and the small ones you use for your little pinkies and so on. You can cut these down as well into smaller toe size, so you will never have any wastage. You can always cut them around and make them work for you. So yeah, you probably get more than 2 manis and 2 pedis, to be fair, if you're very clever in cutting them down. Anyway, so what I've just done so far is I've prepped my nails, because most of us, in fact all of us, have oil naturally in our nails. We need to wash them out. Best way of doing this is getting some washing up liquids in a bowl and just leaving your fingers to soak for 10 minutes. It's fantastic. What it will also do is soften your cuticles. So if you get your cuticle pusher, you can then just scrape off the excess skin that's just on that nail bed at the bottom. Try and be very gentle and you're not bashing into the cuticle in any way. So ensure you've got a nice clear fresh nail. Then what I do is I get a little buffer, and I will just gently go over my nails and just buff them out, just so they're nice and dry again. And then finally just shape to your nail, whatever you decide shape. So it's really quite simple. That's about as much as the prep goes. Then what I need to do is obviously find one that matches my nail size. So if I take my ring finger, for example, I'm now going to want to put one of these wraps on my finger, and what I'm going to probably do is go down a size to ensure that I'm not touching my skin in any way. Ideally you need to do, so that one fits pretty nicely, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is I'll keep it away from the nail bed, and I will ensure that it won't be touching on the skin either side of my finger, just because that will cause lifting. So it's always better to go a little bit too small than it is to go a little bit too big. So I'll get my scissors, and this is where the complex part is. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lift up slightly the wrap. What you've got to make sure you don't do is touch it. As soon as you touch it, your oils of your fingers will get on it, and it will just then not stick so well. So what I'm going to do is, use my little orange stick, pull it up slightly. I'm going to cut it in half because my nails are quite long, so one wrap, will get 2 fingers basically. And what I tend to do is, if I do one ring finger, I'll do the other ring finger. Cut it in half. And then when I'm ready, I'll just take it off. I've got my heater running here, which is an excellent little thing. As you can hear, it's very, very quiet. This is ideal, so you can sit there at night and do your nails without your husband moaning about you can't hear the football, or you're not waking the children up with a hairdryer. The other reason why we really strongly suggest you get one of these is the heat is consistent, so it stays at one temperature, so it won't overheat the jam wrap. And it will also, because of the hairdryer, like if you were sitting there and you're blow drying it, if you have that slightly further up, that's going to blow the wrap, and it will probably cause wastage because you'll get it to stick together, which we don't want to do. So all I'm going to do is literally put this in front of my heater for about 4 to 5 seconds, and you should see it curl. Okay, just slightly curling there, and that's perfect. So then what I'm going to do is now I'm going to put that onto my finger, and what I need to make sure is that that is now not touching the sides and it's not going to my cuticle either. All I want to do is literally lay it down to begin with on top of the nail bed. Okay, perfect. So there we go, can you see? There's my wrap. So I'm not really worried about the sides right this moment, because what I'm going to do is now pop it back in front of the heater, just give it a quick warmth, and I'm going to push straight down the middle with my thumb. Fantastic. So now I'm going to take it to the left side, can you see? So if I take it over to the left, warm it up again, and I'm going to just push down to the side. So I'm kind of stretching the wrap out and double sealing it. Now we're going to do on the right. We call it the 3-step method. So centre, left, right, and then again push it down. Now what this does is this just ensures that there's no creasing. It's completely heat sealed, and it will make the wrap completely last longer. What I tend to do is I actually like to push them over the top of my nail like that, and I'll tell you why later. But all I'm going to do now is leave that, let it cool down, and as it's cooling I'm just going to get my cuticle pusher, and I'm just going to go down the sides, around the middle, and back down the other side. It's really quite simple. Just ensure that that goes over the nail so there's no lifting. I haven't got any creases. And then what I'll do is I'll probably clip those away, let it cool down, and then normally I would just move on to the next finger, which would be that side. Let them cool down, let all my fingers cool down, then clip them off. But for argument's sake right now, instead of making you sit here and watch the whole of my hands be done, I'm just going to literally clip this off now. Now, when the wrap is completely cool, I'm just going to file, and all I want to do is file at a slight angle like this. And the reason why I want to do that is because it just takes the edges off the wrap, makes it all smooth, and you'll eventually find a little slither of nail right at the top of the nail. It will just peep through, and that's good, because what we don't want is any overhang on the nail. If you have overhang, it's going to make the wrap lift. It's not going to last as long. So it's really about being careful, applying it well, and trying to get as long lasting wrap application as possible. So there we go. And it's really quite as simple as that. So can you see, that's my finger, that's my grapefruit. So you can see, like, you won't go too close to the nail bed. There is a very slight gap just here and a very slight gap just there, and that's just perfect because nobody looks at the side of your fingers. But even if you were to paint your nails, you wouldn't go all the way to your skin because it'd be everywhere. So it really is as neat and as done, and that means I can just go off now. I've just done that finger. It's not, no dry time, nothing. Now I will teach you another little method. It's called the baggy method. It's really quite simple. If you want your nails, you've got to be careful that you don't overheat them. But if you've done your first application and you put them on, and then you did what I just did, so the 1, 2, 3 method, you can then go back to the heater, put the bag, seal it across your finger so it's nice, you can see it's nice and tight over the nail, and hold it. put it in front of the heater for a few more seconds. You feel the heat within the bag, and then come away. Okay, what that does is it obviously retains the heat in the bag, and it just allows you just to push through a little bit more and around the edges, and that will just finish that nail off completely then. My finger does get really sweaty in there. There we go. Simple as that. So now all you need to do is go away and try it for yourself and see it and believe it. I do strongly suggest take the 7-day challenge. If you add one wrap to your finger and paint the rest of your fingers, that's fantastic. Just come back to me in 7 days and tell me what your fingers look like, and show me photos. Show me the photos of your jams and tell me, put them through hell. That's fantastically. I'd love to see it. Alright, so enjoy. Hope that's helpful, and I hope that makes sense for you to try your jams, and you look forward to doing it. Okay, thank you. Bye.